guys, Mercurial Gaming, here with a hardcore tactician run. Death equals delete. And these are just my spell choices, all that. I'll talk about that now and then explain the run later. Ice Knife, I think it's the #1 spell. You can upcast it later for pretty good damage. Big fan of Dexterity, Constitution, Wisdom over everything, over Intelligence, and then Charisma is very clearly my stat as a Sorcerer. I've gone Storm Sorcerer.
You need a guardian.
The flying after casting a spell is very good, great mobility. I've got a little video explaining that. And I don't really care about my Guardian, I don't think anyone does. Especially doesn't matter later on.
Eyes.
Anyway, I think this game's got a lot of great decisions that you can make, and the game works without wondering what you do.
Before they
And I think that's such great design.
remove us from this
So I wanted
body,
to play through the game
from
with
this
that
case.
in mind,
Free us,
and
please.
see what other different things can happen. I was however quite pleased I got this one.
The brain lifts from the
You can
skull.
get chanced
Your
quite
fingers
early on.
with the desire to
Here
rip
in
its
the beach
tender,
fight, if I talk
moist
about what happens, but it just
The creep.
sucks.
We must
This
go
is
to
I think the
them.
reason I've got such high constitution and dexterity, even though they don't help my spell casting really. Constitution's great for saving throws, concentration. So cool trick with the devil guy here. You can command him to drop his weapon, and then just pick it up, and you don't have to kill him, and you can have his weapon. It's awesome.
On my way.
I was also very pleased this went my way. It is just about the best weapon in the early game.
This ship hits the ground. We're dead.
I suppose until you go Mountain Pass or Underdark, it's definitely the best actually. And having it straight off the bat is awesome. As for my choice on race, I did want to go Halfling. I do think they are the best. But I figured Drow would be better content.
The helm's alien
because the
tremble.
halfling
Nothing
has
of
that
why,
bad
but
luck
you find a
protection,
half smile
and Drow doesn't.
flittering across your face.
So that's that. There are, however, some very cool other things to get, such as the hand crossbows and rapiers.
You
So yeah,
see
not the
flashes of
ideal
flesh.
race for
There
a
is
run through
something-
like this if you did have
need a
specific
quick
goals in mind. But I'm very happy to just see where the playthrough takes me and the choices I have to make.
You're alive.
Dark Urge,
I'm.
so I'm being a little bit bad,
First things,
but
we might have escaped.
there's
We
quite a
need
lot of
each other.
power behind it,
And we.
especially in Act
Lead-
2. You know what happens there. And I mean, hopefully I'll get there, because if I die, then I won't. This fight here, I've actually been chanced on. These guys can hit at 8. That sucks, because it's quite easy to have 8 HP here.
One strike.
I'd skipped through the load of the ship where I could, and so I was still level 1 and just got one shot by these guys.
Keep going.
This one, a little more experienced.
I need to find a way forward.
So even though I don't have proficiency, I've got that out just in case I need it. However, we will be getting other difficulties very soon, and that solves some problems. As for the Thunder Wave spell I have, Fire Hands is cooler, so much cooler, but being able to knock people off, especially off cliffs, is too good.
Still breathing, despite everything.
And that definitely you just choose a fight. That's awesome, because I can't push anyone into the sorcerer off the 8 string. So that sucks that. And then the Ice Knife is awesome for twinning spells. Chromatic Orb is a lot more options.
Too much to bear.
And I suppose later on might be better. But Ice Knife just has like 20
Perhaps our
damage
survival isn't such a
potentially,
distant prospect.
and creates an ice pool. And then when you twin that's times 2 basically. Yeah, so I'm grabbing Astarion first to the Lae'zel. That's just because there's potentially a fight attached to Lae'zel. I'm sure everyone who plays this
I've
knows
got one of
this,
those
but
brain things called.
I think most people just save scum it. But like, it doesn't matter if
In
you
the
kill them or
grass.
not, but
You can kill it, can't you? Like,
I'd rather
There.
not risk it
can you see it?
this early on. I suppose it's just like run back 10 minutes, but it's that. So yeah, grab Astarion.
Just a dumb ball.
and then I'm gonna grab
You're
Lae'zel.
relieved until you see the flash of a dagger.
As for party composition, I do think Bard and Warlock is ideal.
I
for
just
a
need
tactician
information.
run-through.
You're in league.
But
Your mind to be
I've
troubled.
already done that. I played a Bard.
What was that?
and
The
I took
word.
Astarion
And to
into a
think.
Warlock, and I had Carlac and Shadow.
My name's Astarion. I was
So,
in
so
a
mo-
pleasure.
mostly the
So,
except for Astarion.
turn us into.
This time
Although
around,
it
do
hasn't
something a little
happened
bit
yet.
different. The
Well,
main
yes,
reason
of
behind Warlocks
course.
being
You
best,
know,
though,
and
is
all
their
As he
spell
joins.
slots. Recharging on a short rest. I think there's a lot of kind of short rest economy to deal with. And so this is the kind of decision making
Perhaps I should have
I'm going to be
clarified.
going for.
A
Getting-
helping
getting into that
hand.
dark urge.
Anyone?
And Gale is not the only companion I lose in this first hour of gameplay.
This branch of flesh is begging to be pruned.
I should warn
and
you
its
if you're
sap sucked from.
squeamish that this is a bit of a dark urge moment.
Mistress Eyelids, stop!
But I think it's
Cease,
funny,
you
and
loon.
you get to keep a special item from this, which
As
is
soon as the
awesome.
dreams cross the threshold of your imagination,
Definitely holding on to
you
that one for
snap
a while,
back
might
to
throw it at
realize
someone, could
they
be
have
good.
all come true.
But yeah, Gale, he's just a
You
hassle.
were supposed to lend a hand,
I
not
don't
take
care
one.
what he's got
Joy
planned.
floods through
It's
you.
not for me.
You were dazed on the
I don't want
Nautiloid,
him
but
eating my
now
items. I
you
need
are
that money. I
truly
need that
awake.
gold. And I think wizards
Alive.
just suck. I don't know why you'd be a wizard, not a sorcerer. Twinning spells, especially at level 5, is way better. Yeah, see, it's an item. Like, how cool is that? Win this.
Come.
Enough gawking. Get me. Never.
By my hand.
Now we've got a full party. So what I'm thinking for everyone is Lae'zel is probably going to be an Eldritch Knight. I think magic missiles being a triple guaranteed hit just makes it so good for breaking enemy concentration. And
Time to deal some punishment.
as a melee character, or as a fightish melee character,
Everything all right out there?
that's quite a nice ability to have. Getting held really sucks on a person, so I'm going to try to avoid getting stuck in those situations. Shadowheart's going to just remain a healer, and Astarion probably going to go assassin. I find that so much upfront burst damage.
Strike fast.
And Lae'zel having a two-hander. She gets Misty Step level 5. I'm going to be using her a lot to start a fight, Misty Step behind someone, and just beat the shit out of them. There's a very cool combo at level 5 for fighters where you can get 6 attacks. I'm sure a lot of you probably know it. But as a sorcerer, I can give that buff to someone else as well. Lae'zel will get 6, someone else is going to have 4.
Ahead. No traps.
That's going to be really great. So that's the kind of power spike I'm holding up for before I start any really dangerous fights. And I definitely think the early game is the harder part of Tactician. You really have to just abuse shit like barrels and fire. This fight got quite scary. Shadowheart and I both went down, but slowly pulled it through. And Astarion's just here to finish the job.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
It's kind of crazy how we can act with little things. The first part of the game is cutting this down was rough. There's so much little bits of content just jammed packed in. All the way till you get to the section. Almost as well, but
Provoke the blade.
little did I know this was the last time I was going to see Will alive. Which is exactly the kind of emergent gameplay I'm looking for in a run like this. And there's his fucking body. So RIP him. And I was planning on
let
using
them
him
straight
to
to
get
us,
my
and you let them
Dark
take the
Urge
druid
thing
too.
in Act 2.
Unbelievable!
Him or Karlak, but because he's already dead,
Pull
I
your
might
claws in,
just
under elf.
Show some respect. This.
Well, I didn't please.
have to do the first option.
human's
for that.
eye
Do you know what
twitches.
that is?
He's about to blow.
Which is going to be interesting to see how that plays out, because that is a really rough fight. I'm hoping to get Turn Undead on the 2 characters for Act 2. Let's see how that goes. I hope you enjoyed. This was
That,
insightful. This was
I suppose.
the first one.
The goblins have found us.
let me know if
We
you
need
wanna
to
see
pack
more.
up and leave.